up, y'all? It's your boy, Jason's Wacky World, back at it again, guys. Today, guys, I'm bringing you guys a video that I've been looking forward to ever since I wrote these. Today, y'all, I'm going to be reading letters to my future self, which, just a little disclaimer, I thought I had a lot more of these. I only have 2, but these should be really fun to read. For you guys that don't know, the day this video is going out is my graduation. Today's my second day not at school. Everybody else, besides for us seniors, is at school right now. I'm out here sitting on my trampoline, filming this so I can read what I wrote to my future self. I don't know when either of these were wrote. We're gonna click on this one right here first. We're gonna see when I wrote this one first here, because I don't know. One of the other side did say freshman year. I want to see if I can go to my edit history. This was 2022, so June 1st, 2022. This would have been 8th grade, y'all. That's crazy. This actually might be the one. My 8th grade teacher. No, it wouldn't be. I think this is one that I might have wrote for fun that year. Because I should have multiple that are coming in the mail from teachers. But I went ahead and blacked all these out so that I could not see what they were ahead of time. But I guess now it is time to erase the highlights. It's still blurred out for you guys because we'll go through this. Let's go ahead and get started. But before we do, remember to like, subscribe, and share with all your friends. Let's get it. Dear graduate Jace. That's crazy. Never thought I'd be reading this, to be honest. I'm writing this letter on June 1st, 2022. As I'm writing this letter, the day before the last day of the 2021-2022 school year. I was so young then. This would have been 4 years ago. So I would have been 14 when I wrote this. Congratulations to my future self reading this in 2026. So yeah, I might get emotional. I am still 4 years away as of the time I write this letter. I'll probably sound silly reading this in 2026, but let's get started. You definitely are. I'm low-key scared to put this on YouTube because I don't know what I'm gonna say. Let's start with 6th grade and work our way up. In 6th grade, the year was perfect. Well, most of it. The week before spring break, school got closed due to COVID-19. Really? I kind of forgot about that. Psych! That was one of the most miserable times of my life, y'all. Where was I? We got the rest of the year off. Well, kind of. We had online classes, but they were not mandatory. I remember that. I went to some of them, but I didn't go to others, and yeah. Then my 7th grade year, we were online for most of the year. That was not fun at all. Yeah, I think we were online until Christmas break, and then after that, we had a block schedule to where we would go for Monday. I went Tuesday and Friday, and then there was another batch of kids that went Monday and Wednesday. But those days we were online, and then the other days they were online, and then everybody just said Wednesday was an off day for our school. It was really weird, but I think this whole thing is just yeah, it's a look back at my whole middle school career. That was not fun. Then we had to wear masks when we came back after winter break. That was not fun at all. I hated every second and sometimes felt like I was gonna pass out. Yeah, I did not like masks, y'all. I still don't like them. I'm not a fan. I don't like wearing them. They're so uncomfortable, make it hard to breathe. And I know this is kind of controversial. I just don't really believe in them, to be 100% honest. Just kind of putting myself out there. But we had Wednesdays off though, and we enjoyed that. Yep. Though those 2 years were crazy, my 8th grade year was the craziest. I don't think so. To start the year, we were all in masks. Though that was not fun, we all got through it. That was nothing compared to what happened in the middle of the 3rd quarter. My former BFF turned his back on me. Yeah, I haven't talked about that. That was a really dark time in my life. I don't know if I'll ever talk about that on this channel. It was a very long 2 months of my life that I just kind of disappeared from everything. My grades started to slip during that time. I just didn't really care about anything. I stopped posting on YouTube. It was bad. I'm not gonna mention names, but I think we all know. This made the rest of the year really hard. Now that I lost my BFF from preschool, I was all alone, so I thought. I ended up talking to Jordan and Kaden a lot more about this incident. Aw, how sweet. If you guys are watching this video, you guys made it in my letter. I still talk to them like every day. They're my best friends. I don't know if they would say the same thing about me, but they're my best friends. Where was I? We were not as close as me and my ex-friend, but we still talked. Dang, I talked about him like he was my ex-boyfriend. I haven't even thought about him really since this. That's crazy. The highlight of the year was cross-in track. In my 7th grade year, I discovered my love for long-distance running. I improved a lot in middle school and hope I run in the state competition. What was I smoking back then, yo? I actually have potentially my final track meet later today. For you guys, it was a couple days ago. I'm running a mile for the last time today, y'all. It's gonna be sad. I'm racing one of the top dudes in the state, though. He's like potentially gonna go win state this year for Illinois. I'm gonna get cooked, y'all. I haven't even been close to making it to state. I improved a lot in middle school. Oh wait, I did not improve a lot in middle school, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. Middle school, I think I was running like 7-minute miles. Now my PR is a 5:18 in high school. Middle school, I struggled to break 7. When I got to high school, I immediately dropped down to like 6. The difference in coaching is insane. But anyways, now that I'm going into high school, I'm not very nervous, just excited. I hope by the time I'm reading this letter, I have a silver play button hanging on my wall. I hope that I have one moment across the YouTube world and am doing what I love. Also looking forward to buying my first house in the country in any state but Illinois. I hope to own a Ford F-150 in the newest make and model. I just want to tell my future self, you got this. Now that you're graduated from high school, you are on to the big world. One last thing before I sign off is you did it. You made it through high school. Now time to do YouTube full time. I need a second, y'all. This was from 8th grade. I really said I hope I have a silver play button on the wall by the time I'm reading this. Only want my subscribers. Oh, we're close, y'all. That was like my lifelong dream, was to have a silver play button by the time I graduated. But I've kind of realized now, there's more to life than a piece of silver. Not even real silver. But just seeing that you did it, you made it through high school, now time to do YouTube full time. I think it's time for the next one. Also, my MacBook is getting really hot, y'all. Hopefully he survives. Like, he might actually overheat. I don't know. I didn't realize just how hot it was out here. Let's go ahead. This one right here was written my freshman year. Probably the end of my freshman year, so I'd have been about a year older for this one. I really thought I had some like from 5th grade. I know I wrote one in 5th grade. I just don't know where it is. I don't know if it's on a piece of paper that my teacher's gonna mail to me, but I don't know. Dear 18-year-old Jace, I am currently 15 and sitting in Beep English 9. I know this will be a wild ride to read, but good luck. I appreciate myself telling you good luck. How proud I am for making it through 4 years of this craziness. 13 years if you include every grade. Not everyone can do this, but you did. I am sitting here thinking how long I still have till I make it across that stage, but I know it'll feel like I just wrote this letter. I'm trying to enjoy high school to the best of my ability, knowing that I will read this in no time. I think I've got this out of the way, so now let me talk about this year. That's crazy, because I partly remember writing this and was like, it's gonna be forever until I get to read this again. And here we are, sitting on my trampoline out of all places, reading this. Sorry about that, y'all. My phone literally just ran out of storage. But I'm gonna go ahead and kind of speed through this a little bit here, because there's a lot on here. I just checked, there's a whole nother page to this. And there's gonna be a lot of beeping in this next line here. So, this year I had beep for career planning, beep for intro to agriculture, beep for advanced biology, beep for health, beep for PE, beep for Spanish 1, beep for algebra 1, beep for English 9, and beep for AP World History. Beep! Class was a lot of fun, and it is the first and last year at BHS. I forgot about him. That was his first and last year at our school, y'all. He went to another school to be like an assistant athletic director or something. This is the class that I wrote this in, though. Where I sat next to Keegan and we would work on projects together. Shout out to Keegan, he's making it in here now. I've been best friends with him since like 3rd grade. I haven't seen him in like 2 days though. Huh, sure, say hi to him. He lives like zigzag from me. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Where was I? This class was only for the first semester. For the second semester, I guess I didn't write this in there. For the second semester, I was in Intro to Agriculture. This class was a lot of fun. Our teacher was out for the most time, so our class didn't really do very much because she had a baby. Mr. Beep was the best teacher I had this year at teaching. Wow. The first semester, I had health, which was boring, but we didn't do much work, so it was easy. I then moved to PE in second semester, which wasn't the best. We had to wear heart rate monitors, which was really made it less enjoyable. Heart rate monitors. I don't even want to get into that, y'all. That was when I was at my absolute lowest, having to wear a heart rate monitor in PE to decide my grade. That was so baloney. Spanish was not my favorite class, but was certainly not the worst. Miss Beep would give us a lot of breaks throughout the day, and sometimes candy. We'd play lots of games, some were funnier than others. Quizzes being my least favorite. We would always do our best to have fun while learning. I then went to algebra. While some moments were challenging, I really enjoyed the class. Beep was one of my favorite teachers I had at this point. She still is probably my favorite math teacher at my school. She was amazing. After lunch, I'd go to English. This class was boring at times, but surprisingly easy. Mr. Beep was one of the most relaxed teachers. There's a chance he's literally watching this video right now. I wonder if he's subscribed yet. He made a promise with me freshman year that he would subscribe after I graduate. We literally watched one of my videos on the smartboard in class on like the last day of school. It was the Little Nitro video. So if you're watching this, my English teacher from freshman year, I don't want to say her name because I don't know if you want it on here, any of that stuff, but just now, you're one of my biggest inspirations. I love you, man. Thanks for everything you did. Yeah. This class, I had my best grades in this class. 99% first semester and 100% second semester. I never looked back at having that good of grades, y'all. Actually, I tried. I never got anything close. Actually, I take that back. I had like a 98 in drafting. That's probably the closest I've got to having like 100. Beep was one of the most relaxed teachers I've ever had. Also one of the funniest teachers, as he would always share his past experience of being in a band with us. I would round out my day with AP World History. Mr. Beep is easily the best teacher and nobody can top him. This is his last year, and as I'm typing, I'm about to see him one last time. I wasn't a fan of the work, spending hours to barely move my grade. I still loved Mr. Beep overall. I had some of the best teachers I've ever had this year. This made it one of the most enjoyable years ever. Freshman year was peak. That was such a good year. That was the year I came back to YouTube, y'all. Shout out to my cross team from freshman year, y'all. That's the only reason I'm still here making videos. One of my favorite things this year was cross country and track. This was my third year doing both of them. My 3-mile PR was 20:36. I know it's bad. And my 1-mile PR was 5:47. Also bad. So yeah. I didn't get too much better. I don't even know what my 3-mile PR is at 1917. 1917. And then my mile PR is a 5:18. So I hope when I'm reading this, my times are so much better. I hope that these times will be winning me medals and getting me to state. I have got a couple of medals, not quite state level. For the time being, the medals don't matter as I'm making a lifetime full of memories, as well as helping my future self create good habits. Oh, look at me, I was so self-aware back then. That's basically my whole motto now, just having fun with my team. Additionally, making a additionally, I'm surprised that's the first major typo I've noticed. I was a good typer back then. Additionally, I really enjoyed math and biology this year. Both of these classes were challenging, but not impossible. I really want to go into meteorology, storm chasing, and these classes really made me want to do it, too. I'm going to college this fall, y'all, for meteorology. Look at me go, living up to my lifelong dreams. I'm really surprised I don't have anything but YouTube on here, at least yet. One thing that I'm extremely proud of this year is my good grades. Although first semester grades aren't overly impressive, I turned things around and got good grades in the second semester. In the first semester, I got all A's and 1 C. In the second semester, I got all A's and 1 B. One of those grades in the second semester being 100% in English. I am so proud. And then I have to upload all this for myself to read it. Yeah, I'm still kind of mad that I sold first semester. It was AP World. I got a C. I just didn't want to do the work, y'all. That's all it was. I am so proud of myself for taking my history grade from a 74% to a 90% in a matter of 2 weeks. I spent 4 hours every night and every free moment in class to get this done. I did over 30 videos/articles in this 2-week period, with some of them being 1+ hour movies. Yeah, I spent hours to get that grade up in a matter of like 2 weeks. It was just nonstop for 2 weeks straight. I would get home from practice and just watch hour-long movies to get these grades up. I could have been better about doing this in the first semester if I would have cared a little bit more. I also have been able to get better grades in the first. I'm sorry, I've read over things over and over again. I also could have got straight A's second semester if I would have tried a little harder in the beginning of the semester. One of the biggest reasons I didn't was I didn't like my group. I was doing everything myself. This led to some bad grades that weighed down my overall grade. That was so low that nothing would have been enough to pull it up to the grade I wished for. I think that was accelerated bio. We had random groups and I did not like my group, apparently, which led to my grade not being what I wanted. One of the biggest disappointments though was that I didn't get straight A's. As part of this was not me working hard enough. I'm gonna ramble about this for too long. I also know that you're bored and need better stuff to do. Yes, I'm talking about the scholarship you need to apply for. What? Oh, I was kind of writing this like I know I'm supposed to be doing other things right now, but I'm like talking to my future self. Well, I actually need to edit some videos. I actually have to edit today's video. So yeah, I just wish I would have tried a little harder in the beginning, so I would have had better grades. I am also disappointed in my cross-country times. Although that is a lot faster than last year. I was trying to break 20 minutes. I was trying all season and could not pull it off. I did come back in track, though, and break my goal of 6 minutes in the mile, which was good redemption. I think it actually took me half of the next season to break 20. It was rough. And then this year, I almost did it just like on a fun It was like a fundraiser thing, and we weren't even supposed to go on it. I almost just jogged a sub 20. That was crazy. And then I injured myself at the first official meet of the year and just kind of never looked back. I don't even remember what I did. I sprained something in my knee. And then I did it doing strides before the race. Our team had our big chant, and where we all get in a circle and do our chant and scream and get hype. And that was striding back, which is where you basically slowly accelerate up like your 800 pace. And then you slowly decelerate, and I tripped on like a stick or something, and then my knee buckled, and then I was done for. Still got a medal that race on a strained knee. Don't know how I pulled that one off, but one of the funnest things I did this year was team pasta parties before cross meets. Every Thursday before a meet, we would have a party and play games with each other. No alcohol involved, just straight pasta. We are distance kids. We like our pasta. Some of the funniest is Jack in the Box. This game would be so much joy to us as we were trying to get our minds off of everything else and just having fun before a big race. Cross races were also so much fun, getting to show everyone what we've been training for and beat some of these other kids taller than me. Made me so happy. I also started my YouTube channel back up, which was so fun. It gave me something to do. I'm out of time to write this letter now, so I just wanted to say thank you for not giving up and pushing through the difficult times. As I'm writing this letter, I hope I can now be a storm chaser or travel the world living in a van. I currently have around 200 subs. This is Freshman Jace signing out one last time. Jace has left chat. Wow. Oh, there's something down here at the bottom. What does this say? I want to be a storm chaser or travel in a van. That's still literally my lifelong dream, you know? It's crazy that it has not changed. But this is a letter, I guess, now here at the end. I just want to say a quick little, sorry y'all, I want to cry. I'm using my gimbal, and this remote is so sensitive. I'm trying to get him to center onto me. Right there. So, here at the end of this video, y'all, I just kind of do a letter to my future self in college, I guess. So, I hope, let me angle this down a bit. Sorry, y'all. There we go. I think this is a good angle. So, dear future college Jace, congratulations on graduating college. Honestly, crazy to say that. I won't believe it until I'm watching this and I really graduated from college with hopefully a degree in meteorology. Hopefully I'm still videoing. Hopefully I'm at least making some money off of this. Airplane. Can you be quiet? I'm trying to say a letter to my future self. It's a UPS airplane. Can you guys see it? I mean, you guys know what it's. I don't know. I usually have my fence now. Sorry, y'all. I missed it. I don't know why. I forgot I can move you guys. Now I have to censor you guys again. Get out of your airplane. So, I hope you have your bachelor's of science in meteorology. Hopefully you're still filming. Hopefully you're ready to go live out of a van and drive into tornadoes or some cool thing like that. Just make it worth it. Just know you're only here for so long. Just do everything like you want to. Hopefully you can continue your religious growth. I'm currently trying to get closer to God every day. I've been trying to read my Bible. I can't read it. I've been honestly trying. I haven't done it in a while actually, but I've been trying to listen to like nightly Bible verses and stuff. It's just a lot easier for me to do it that way. Hopefully in college I can get better at reading. That's one thing I do want to get better at. Hopefully you have good grades in college. This year my grades did kind of slip a little bit because of YouTube. Maybe the streak is still going. That'd be insane. That would be coming up on a 5-year streak. That would be an all-time high. That'd be crazy. But I don't know what else to say. I was kind of rambling. Hopefully you made it. If you did, good job. I'm gonna go cry now. So, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, love your friends. Peace out. I zoom all the way in on my fingers. We're gonna see how close I get. That's as close as I can get. Bye.